My interest in science is eco-criticism, which is a relatively new field that's basically stands for ecological criticism and is sometimes also called green studies, but it's essentially the study of the environment in literature and the connections between literature and the environment. So it follows in a tradition of political criticism, including Marxism, feminism, and post-colonialism of the politics of representation. So it looks at how we examine nature in literature and what that says and how it affects our actual relationship with nature outside of literature. So my main area of interest is something called ecofeminism, which looks at women's relationships with nature, and that can be how male writers represent women's relationship with nature, but also how women represent their own relationships with nature in writing. So my area of focus has been modernism and postmodernism, where you get a lot of female writers, but there really hasn't been that much work done yet on relationships with nature in modernism, so that's why I'm sort of trying to bridge some theoretical gaps to look at how women are confronting modern problems, which includes the relationship with nature, and in fact is a more fractured relationship with nature as you get into the 1960s and forward, and we start to see more environmentalism and issues that come up in the environmentalist movement. I think that it's an important form of study because the way that we think about nature and the way that we believe it or what we believe about it affects how we interact with it in our daily lives. And so by studying the ways that we imaginatively can interact with nature, whether it's something literal that we could do or if it's truly incredibly creative and sort of apocalyptic or utopian study, it gives us a chance to really think creatively about what our relationship with nature is and what it could be in the future. So it affects basically everything we're doing as humans on the planet. Is that enough?